Hello, good afternoon. Sage here, reporting live from Kalkine studio. It's lunchtime here in Sydney. Time for the Mid-Market Pulse. And in today's show, we'll be taking a look at the overall Australian share market's performance by the mid-session trade. And we'll also explore the biggest winners and losers of the day, such as Technology One, Domino's Pizza, Ansell, Unibail-Rodamco, Vicinity Centres, EML Payments, Webjet, and others. Lastly, we'll focus on the stocks such as Scentre Energy, Vulcan Energy, Maya, Rural Funds Group, and many more that have grabbed the headlines today. And without any further delays, let's get started. And the Australian shares continue to trade lower by the mid-session on Monday, albeit paring more than half of the early losses, supported by gains in tech and mining stocks. And the ASX 200 benchmark index dropped as much as 1.3%. In the first hour of trade today, as investors' sentiments were rattled by an outbreak of more infectious Omicron coronavirus variant, reversing the early losses. The ASX 200 index was currently down by 25.20 points, or 0.35% by the mid-session trade. And the emergence of the new COVID-19 variant reignited fears of fresh lockdowns and could derail the global economic recovery. Travel stocks were among the worst hit amid fears of travel restrictions, with Flight Centre, Webjet and Qantas leading the fall. The travel stocks saw a surge in selling as increasing curbs in some parts of Europe have dented an outlook for booming global travel. And the equity market witnessed broad-based selling, with 9 of 11 sectors floating in the negative terrain. The A-REIT sector was the biggest loser, with a 1.2% loss, followed by financials, which fell around 1%. Energy, industrials, telecom and consumer staples were also reeling under the selling pressure, with marginal losses. Bucking the bearish trend, however, information technology sector was flashing in the green, with more than 1% gains. And the gain in the tech sector was driven by the index heavyweights, such as Afterpay, Xero and Technology One. In the next segment, let's focus on the top gainers and losers by the mid-session trade. The worst performing stock on the ASX pack was real estate business Unibail-Rodamco-Westfield, which dropped 5.8% by the afternoon's trade. And some of the other top laggards were the property management firm Vicinity Centres, fintech company EML Payments, digital travel business Webjet and property business Scentre Group. Now, on the gaining side, the software business Technology One topped the chart by rising 4.6%. And some of the other notable gainers were pizza chain operator Domino's Pizza Enterprises, healthcare firm Ansell, automotive retailer Bapcor, and diversified financial business Hub24. Now, on this note, let's move on to the stocks that created a buzz on the ASX today. And shares of Scentre Energy tumbled 2.5% after it extended its exclusivity period to POSCO International. And Scentre Energy has agreed to grant a 2-week extension to POSCO as the companies work toward a takeover offer. POSCO, which intends to acquire 100% stake in Scentre, requested for the extension to get necessary internal and board approvals. And Scentre noted there was no certainty that the discussions with POSCO International will result in any binding agreement or transaction. Shares of Rural Funds Group dropped 0.3% following cattle and cropping property acquisition. The Agricultural Real Estate Investment Trust has purchased 27,879 hectares of cattle and cropping property in central Queensland for about 69 million Australian dollars. The 4 properties, collectively referred to as Kayuru, are located in central Queensland, approximately 5 kilometres west of Cerberus, an existing cattle property owned by RFF. Vulcan Energy Resources climbed 3.2% after it inked a lithium supply agreement with Stellantis. As per the deal, the billion-dollar zero-carbon lithium aspirant will supply a minimum of 81,000 tonnes and a maximum of 99,000 tonnes of battery-grade lithium hydroxide to Stellantis. Shares of the upmarket department store Maya traded flat after it secured a 4-year funding package. The company has signed a binding agreement with JP Morgan and Gordon Brothers refinance its existing credit facilities with a 4-year asset-based loan funding package. And the software and services company First Wave Cloud Technology has proposed to take over the IT solution provider Opmantec. This acquisition will help FCT expand its product and service range, give it access to the US market and offer revenue growth opportunities. In a separate development, FCT has also launched an equity offering to raise 14 million Australian dollars, with 7 million Australian dollars non-renounceable pro rata entitlement offer, and the rest 7 million Australian dollars of institutional placement. And meanwhile, shares of FCT dropped nearly 8%. Agro-business firm Wide Open Agriculture announced today that it has got commitments from investors to raise 20 million Australian dollars via a single tranche placement. And the placement will see food and agricultural products manufacturer issue roughly 26.7 million new fully paid ordinary shares at an issue price of 75 cents per share, boosted by the development shares of the company jumped nearly 8%. Thanks for your company, but that's all for now in the Mid Market Pulse show. Do keep watching Kalkine TV for more trending market updates. Sage signing off.